If you are something like publisher, if you're into that and you really enjoy doing some of those things, we could really use someone or a couple people that would be involved in that end of it too. A Tea Party office? No, let's see. Yes, we'll do the Carolina State Fair and one other item up there. Tea Party office. Anyone that would like to help equip and decorate the office on Calhoun Street in Charleston? Yes. On the bus trip, so much came out of that bus trip. I think we need to take a couple more bus trips. It's a real captive audience on an 8 or 9 hour journey, and so on that bus trip, we made the need for, and part of that need is coming up through this election cycles and etc. We're going to be able to bring in signs and posters and handbills and all of those sort of things and pass them out from there as needed, as the foot soldiers go out from there, so it becomes a place where they can go into and get stuff. And so we said, we probably really need one of these offices, and there's other reasons involved in that too, but we could probably really use one of these offices. And so I said, it's not on this list anymore because we got an office. So, and it's 219 Calhoun Street, and Sasky Ink Printing. A lot of you know Susie and Ruth there, and they said, hey, we got 1,000 square foot in the back. We're donating it to the Tea Party. Y'all come on in. So that was really cool. Not only that, they really do help us with our printing. And so that office is in place there. So we're going to be looking eventually for Tea Party office volunteers. If you'd like to go down there and man that office during certain hours of the day, for just a couple hours, whatever, we can work it shift and move it out. But if you want to be a Tea Party office volunteer, you can click that one. Tea Party office, if you'd like to help equip and decorate that office, it is like concrete red floor and white sheetrock. And so if you'd like to be a part of helping kind of get that thing where it's up and going, and I would trust that it would serve as our interview, a place where Jim can conduct those interviews and stuff. And it's nothing you can do in there now because it's when you make and it just goes around the room. So anyway, there's some things that need to happen in there before that can happen. But if you'd like to be a part of that and decorate and get equipped and etc., click that one there. And then Coastal Carolina State Fair. We have got a fair booth, Tea Party, and I'm so excited about this part of it because this is where I see. I mean, who comes to the Coastal Carolina? If you can say who goes there, Coastal Carolina State Fair. I mean, those are people who are asleep. I mean, in large part, there are a lot of the people that we're saying we're trying to reach with a message and etc. So, I'm thinking to myself, okay, we could be out there in like Minutemen costumes and Revolutionary War looking stuff and etc. and scare a whole lot of people away, I'm sure. Or saying there's a long-haired freak and that's all he can do is dress up like he lived back 200 years ago. Or we could splash Tea Party. We got an 8x10 backdrop thing, and on that backdrop we could put Tea Party, which I don't feel like drinking tea, they would say. No, we're not interested in no Tea Party there, I don't think. And so, again, what do you do to get a message? And I tell you what, I think this is so cool. Within that you got the Republicans, which is represented by an animal known as an elephant. You've got donkeys for the Democrats. And then within the Republican Party, what do we have, unfortunately? Rhinos. We got rhinos. And we know what a rhino is. We got dinos. Oh, well, I think the dino, is that going to be the same thing as a limousine liberal? Yeah, we got a limousine liberal. So you got the limousine bull. So you got a rhino, limousine bull, donkey, and an elephant. So you already got animals like crazy here, and kids love animals and stuff. So, I'm thinking we characterize these guys, and there's actually graphic design guys working on these right now. So we characterize these animals, not cartoonish, but characterizations of them, and then we put them like in a big old stretch limo with the top off of that thing or whatever, that limousine bull sitting back there like that with a big old cigar. So there's and on there it's got limousine Democrat or limousine. Oh, Democrat name on it? Okay. And so then you got the rhino and all that. So they're all in this scene like that. And they they got their little labels on them and whatnot. And then at the top of that up there, what does it say? But it's a jungle out there. And so, I mean, you know, I think that's going to be cool because you, as a family coming into the state fair, and you walk on that, and it's, oh, Mom, look, it's a jungle, look at the animals, and you run over there. And then I think down in the bottom, we're going to have those little things where you, those sandbag things that you throw into little holes to try to win prizes, you know. So Mom and Dad, they bring them over there. Dad and the kids are trying to pitch them into there to get a prize. Well, while that's happening, we give Mom some literature, et cetera, and say, you got 5 minutes for freedom. On the website, we want a button, 5 minutes for freedom. For these people, all they got to do, go to the website, click 5 minutes for freedom, 5 minutes a day for freedom, just to make sure that your liberties stay in place. That's all you got to do. Spend 5 minutes a day, pop into this website, check it out. So we need those website people keeping it fresh. But anyway, that's what happens there. And when they win, they get that little dadgum thing through there. They get a, you know, I don't know what do kids like candy. They get candy and a Constitution. So anyway, we're looking for volunteer workers for the fair. Now on the, you can check that box if you want to, but actually, if you go to the website now, under calendar, pretty excited about this too, just because it's progress. Under the calendar, if you click on calendar, and it goes down there, it'll have Coastal Carolina Fair on those days. Starts the 29th of October, goes through November 7th. And then down below, in the same little date box there, so if you're on the 29th, which is a Thursday, you drop down to the lower part of that box and the schedule pops up. And then you can see, if you want to volunteer, you'll see the hours that we're looking for in volunteers, and if you can volunteer for any of those hours, then you can send us an email, and then we'll confirm that back with an email to you, and then we'll actually put your name on there, so the next time that calendar pops up, you'll be down there with your name on there saying you're working those hours, etc. So we'll try to keep at least 2 people in that website at a time. So that's the other thing you can do. And the last thing, before we move into the big part, is what was it? March on DC. Something we're trying to put together. Probably March on Columbia. Thank you. We already did DC. Yeah, we're going to wait a while before we do that one again. March on Columbia, however, though, we do want our legislators to know, you know, that we are awake, we are there, we're watching, they're in session, and etc., and we're concerned about legislation. There's some really good legislation. I don't know if Larry wants to share that tonight. You share whatever you want to share, but anyway, that'd be a good thing. But legislation that's there that's really big, and Larry's introduced some of that legislation that we'd be interested in. But at any rate, we want to get all of the whole state of South Carolina put together, and that's, you know, we did that Tea Party organizational meeting. They're all pumped up all around the state now, ready to make this thing happen. And so probably look forward to maybe end of February, 1st of March for that to happen. If you hear any other dates, don't listen to them. So we'll let you know through the website what that actually is going to be. We'll try to narrow it down as quickly as we can so that we can make you alert of it and then get moving in that direction. But it will be a great big party at the Capitol. That's what that'll be, a great big tea party at the Capitol. And we're looking forward to some really great speakers there and some good things to happen and come out of that. That would be, as I said, towards the end of February, 1st of March, somewhere right in there. And then we would bounce into the April 15th Tax Day Tea Party, which locally at least, and in most parts of the country, is where this whole thing started. And that Tax Day Tea Party, which we had about 7,000 people at the last one, so I can't imagine how many are going to be at this one. It ought to be a huge event. Any questions about what we've discussed so far? Questions or comments? Let Larry speak. Who was that? Was that